So this is the lesson for 4-1. What we're doing today is we are looking to see whether things are functions or not. All of your answers today are either yes or no. There's no work to be shown. It's just yes, it is a function, or no, it is not a function. I will tell you that it is easier to pick out the no's than the yeses. All right. It's easier to pick out the no's than the yeses. First of all, this whole chapter is all about functions. What is a function? A function says that each x value has only one y value paired with it. Now, that might sound confusing and stuff like that. It's easier, like I said, to pick out the no's. All right. So, what makes something a no is if it has two x values that are the same. If there's two x values that are the same, it's automatically a no. If all the x values are different, then it's going to be a yes. So if there's two x values that are the same, it's a no. There's 4 different types of questions today. Let's take a look at the first type of question. The first type of question that we're going to have today is the vertical line test. You're going to have pictures of graphs. When there are 2 points directly above each other, it's going to be a no, all right? It's going to fail what they call the vertical line test. Now, what the vertical line test does, this line right here that I'm moving across the screen, this line is a vertical line. If that vertical line covers up 2 points, notice right here, all right, notice right here, I'm covering up 2 points at the same time, that's going to be when it's a no, because it fails the vertical line test, all right? So anytime that there are 2 points directly above each other, anywhere on the graph, that's when it is a no. Think about how, let me give you an easy way to remember this, all right? Think about how you make the capital letter N. Now, most people, when they go to make the capital letter N for no, most people don't do this slanted part first, all right? Most people do the straight up and down part first. Well, in order to make a straight up and down line, what you're really doing is connecting 2 dots right above each other. That is just like the beginning of the letter N in no. So anytime that you have 2 dots right directly above each other, just like this with the capital letter N in no, anytime that we have 2 dots right directly above each other, it is a no. So let's take a look at this first example. Anywhere on this graph, are there anywhere on this graph where there's 2 dots directly above each other? No, there's not. Therefore, our answer to this one is yes. When we take a look at our middle one, all right, when we take a look at our middle one, notice that I have 2 dots directly above each other right here that I circled in the blue. Anytime that you have 2 dots right above each other, that is a no. This one is also a no because notice right here we have 3 dots. It doesn't just have to be 2 dots. It could be 3 dots right above each other, 4 dots right above each other, 5 right above each other. Doesn't matter how many, as long as there's at least 2 dots right above each other, that's what makes it a no. Now, take a look at the squiggly line. On this squiggly line, it looks like it's a solid squiggly line, but it's not. There's really dots. Anytime you have a solid picture, a solid line, there's really dots all along this squiggly line. But is there anywhere along the squiggly line where there's 2 dots directly above each other? No, there's not. Therefore, our answer is yes. So again, your answer to these graphing questions is no when there's 2 dots right directly above each other. So that's the first type of question that we're dealing with today. Here's the second type of question. Now, the second type of question that we're dealing with today has a series of points. In that series of points, all points are written x, comma, y. All points are always written x, comma, y. The Function, your answer is a no, all right, when there are two x values the same. Whenever there are two x values the same, it is a no. So take a look at that first one. All right, let's take a look at that first one. I have 0, 5, 1, 7, 2, 15, 3, 44. I only care about my X values. Did I say anything at all about my Y's? No. What you can do is actually cross out all of your Y values. I could care less about all of my Y values. All I care about are the X's. If it has two X values the same, then it is a no. So I have a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 3. All of my X values are different. So my answer is a yes. In this next one, again, all of our points are all written X comma Y. I don't care at all about my Y values. I could go through and I could cross out all of my Y values. I could care less about them. All I care about are my X values. I have a 0, a 1, a 1, and a 2. Since I have two X values that are the same, I have my 1 and my 1. Since I have two X values the same, this is a no. So anytime that there are two X values the same, it is a no. If all of the X values are different, it's a yes. Take a look at the third type of question. Now, in the third type of question, you're going to have these ovals. Now, sometimes the ovals are labeled for you with an X and a Y. Sometimes they are not. If they are not labeled, you can just assume that your first one is an X and your second one is your Y. Now, again, just like on the previous question, if I'm using an X value twice, if I have two X values that are the same, it is a no. So in these, what you're doing is you're mapping from the 3, you're following the arrow to the 7. So our point would be 3, 7. Our point would be 5, 5. Our point would be 7, 3. Our point would be 8, 2. Our point would be 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. All right. So you follow the arrows. If I have two arrows coming out of the same X value, that means I'm using it twice, and therefore it would be a no. In this one, I have one arrow coming out of the 3. I have one arrow coming out of the 5, one arrow coming out of the 7, one arrow coming out of the 8. I'm using each of these X values only one time. Therefore, this one is a yes. But if we look at the one below it, notice that we have 1, 4, 2, 4, but here you have to be very, very careful. Notice that I have two arrows coming out of the 3. I have 3, 5 and 3, 6. I'm using this X value twice. So because I'm using this 3 twice, this is a no. I have two arrows shooting out of the 3. So that is a no. Go back up here. I have one arrow coming out of the 0, one arrow coming out of the 1, one arrow coming out of the 2, one arrow coming out of the 3. I'm using each of these X values only one time. So this is a yes. However, all right, now don't get confused on this one, by the way. Am I using this Y value twice? Yeah, but do I care about the Y values? No, I could care less about the Y values. All I care about are my X values. Take a look at this bottom one. Again, I have 5 going to the 2. I have 6 going to the 1. But then notice on this 7, I have 7, 3, and I have 7, 4. I am using this 7 twice, 7, 3, and 7, 4. Since I'm using this 7 twice, this is a no. Anytime that you use an X value twice, it is a no. Take a look at the last type of question. The last type of question has these tables. Again, If you have a same X value twice, it is a no. I could care less about my Y values. I could cross out my Y values, don't care about those at all. All I care about are my X values. I have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. All of my X values are only being used once. Therefore, this is a yes. 0, 1, 1, and 1. All of my I'm using the same X value twice here. Therefore, this would be a no because I'm repeating X values. If you have the same X value more than once, it is a no. 1, 8, 17, and 35. All of my X values are different. I'm only using each one time. So there is a yes. Those are the 4 different types of questions that you're going to have. Go ahead and try these 3 questions on your own. Think about them. Think about whether it is a yes or a no. All right. Think about whether it is a yes or a no. So these don't take very long. All right. Remember that there are dots all along the solid line. But are there any places where there are dots right directly above each other? Remember, 2 dots right directly above each other make it a no. All right. 2 dots right directly above each other make it a no. Nowhere along this first one is there 2 dots right above each other. So this one is a yes. In the middle example, you have 3 dots right above each other there. You also have 3 dots right above each other here. Each one of those makes it a no. In the third one, you have dots all along this zigzag. But are there any dots that are right directly above each other? No, there's not. So it is a yes. So anytime that there are dots right directly above each other, that's when it is a no. Go ahead and try these 3, please. Remember that when you have this type of question, if there's 2 X values that are the same, it is a no. 2 X values the same, it is a no. Go ahead and try these 3, please. So remember, in these type of questions, I don't care about my Y values at all. So I could go through and I could cross out all of my Y values. I don't care about those at all. All right. All I care about are my X values. If there's 2 X values that are the same, it's a no. Well, right away, I can see in this first one, I have a 0 and a 0 as X values. So this one is a no. Anytime that there's 2 X values the same, it's a no. In the middle example, I have a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 3. All of them are different. When all of them are different, it is a yes. 4, 6, 8, and 10. Again, all of them are different. So this is a yes. It's only a no when there's 2 X values that are the same. Go ahead and try these 4, please. Again, if there's 2 X values the same, it is a no. If there's 2 X values the same, it is a no. So when you have these tables, remember, I could care less about the y values. I'm not looking at my y values at all. All right. All I'm looking at are my x values. I have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. All of them are different. Since all of them are different, it is a yes. 1, 5, 5, and 8. You have a 5 and a 5. These two fives make it a no. Anytime that you have those repeat x values, it is a no. Now, in these, we have to follow the arrows. We have one arrow coming out of the 0. We have one arrow coming out of the 1. We have one arrow coming out of the 2. Each of these x values, 0, 1, and 2, is only being used one time. Therefore, this is a yes. However, when we get to this one, notice that there's 2 arrows coming out of the 2. Notice that we have a 2, 4 and a 2, 5. This 2 is being used twice. Because this 2 is being used twice, this is a no. So that's what your questions look like today. All right. There's no work to be shown at all. All you have to say is whether it is a yes or whether it is a no. So let me show you what your class kick today looks like. All right. Your class kick today is pretty straightforward. Hold on. I need to log into class kick. Again, all you're saying today on your class kicks are either yeses or nos. Don't just randomly guess. All right. I know that because of the situation that we're in with using class kick, I know that you could just randomly guess, but that won't help you out when it gets to the quiz next week. So if there's 2 points right directly above each other, it's a no. If there's 2 x values that are the same, it's a no. Sorry, class kick is a little bit slow today. Logging in, logging in, logging in. All right, here we go. So when we take a look at the homework today, in the first part, all you have to say in 1 through 6 is either yes or no. Remember that if there's 2 points directly above each other, that's when it's a no. If you take a look at the second page, same thing. When there's 2 dots right directly above each other, it's a no. On the third slide, make sure that on the third slide, you realize that there's questions down below. All right, you got to scroll down a little bit. There's questions down below. If there are 2 x values the same, it's a no. Remember that all points are written x comma y. So when there's 2 x values that are the same, it's a no. In these oval type questions, if you use an x value twice, it's a no. So if there's 2 arrows shooting out of the same number, that's when it's a no. And then on the last slide, you have the tables. If there's 2 x values that are the same in a table, that's when it is a no. Quite honestly, this homework assignment should not take you more than about 5 to 7 minutes at the most. All right. You have about 20 minutes left in the period. You should easily be able to finish this. All right. Please make sure that you go back and do your quiz from Friday. If you didn't do your quiz from Friday yet, that is a huge grade. The end of 5 weeks is next week, Friday. I'll stay on Zoom if you need help. But other than that, you are free to go work.
Okay, bye.
Have a good day.
You too.
Joey, yes, you did. All right. But you still owe me, Joey, you still owe me the first quiz from chapter 3, chapter 3, quiz 1.
Okay, I finished the assignment.
Good.
Bye.
Yeah.